All right, hey artists. So we're gonna try to draw some sand castles today to kind of continue our theme with just summer break coming and us being able to maybe go to the beach or even build a castle that's not made out of sand. So if you guys want to change yours up and you can make it into a real castle, by all means, go ahead. I'm gonna walk you guys through some of the basic steps, and then if you want to add on, keep building, add more details, you go right ahead. First thing, get yourself a piece of paper and a pencil. And as usual, I draw in Sharpie so you guys can see it a little easier on the camera. Okay, friends, let me turn my camera around and we will begin right away. I can't wait to see how yours looks when we're done. We want to make sure that our piece of paper is sideways because our castle is much more sideways than it is tall. Now, if you want, you can change your paper configuration based on your castle, but for now, let's stay together on this, and then you guys can go ahead and change it up later. So the first thing I'm going to do is right in the center of my paper, I'm going to draw 2 lines. Try to keep them about the same size, like this. And we're going to connect them at the bottom with kind of like a rounded line. Easy enough. We're going to start to add these details at the top of each section. So there's going to be a lot of repeating. So we're going to bring these in, bring them down, bring them in, and up. All right, so there's our first section. We're going to do a line over here, go straight across, and bring it all the way down. Do the same thing over here. So this is very much a balanced piece of artwork. Whatever we do on one side, we tend to do on the other. Just like we did with this one, we're going to connect it with a rounded line. Round it. And remember, it's a sandcastle. It can be a little irregular, a little lumpy, a little bumpy. And again, those repeated steps, here they are again. We're going to bring them in, down, in, up, and over. We're going to do the same thing on this side. Bring them in, down, in, and over. Looking good. And again, it can be a little irregular. So let's see. I want to start doing some towers over here. So I'm going to do some of this. And again, whatever I do on one side, I'm going to do on the other. I'm going to connect it. And just kind of do an upside down V. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I think I'm going to do like another center tower. This middle one's going to be a little bit bigger. And bring it in. If you guys want, like I said, you can make this into a regular castle. It doesn't have to be sandy. And I'm going to do one more tall tower on this one. I'm going to leave a little space at the top because I want to make sure I can add a flag or something. So let's add, I'm going to put a little flag there because that's all the space I have. Totally up to you on what kind of flags you want to do. I did a really simple like sideways V, or you can make it wavy. So maybe I'll do the same again. I'm going to make just kind of a sideways V. For this one, I'm going to make a wavy one. You guys can make them into pirate flags. You could do whatever, American flag. All right. We're also going to need to add the mound of sand that this is all on. So I'm going to do kind of like a little round part there, a little round part there. And we should, up to you, you guys can keep making your sandcastle bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm going to add some small details like a door, maybe a little doorknob. And again, we want to try to keep it balanced. So I'm going to do 2 small windows over here, 2 small windows over here. I'll do 2 little guys on this side. I don't want it to be exactly the same on every piece, but I do want to make sure each little section has a detail. So this is looking pretty cute so far. Now, because it's made out of sand, I want to try to mimic like a sand texture. So it's as simple as doing maybe just along the edge here, kind of taking your Sharpie or taking your pencil and just doing little dots. You don't have to do it all over. I'm just doing it maybe on the left side area, almost like I'm shadowing. And again, I'm just going to kind of concentrate them along the side. That way this makes it look like it's a sandcastle. And of course, when you guys go to color it too, you can choose colors that are sandy, you know, light browns. This mound here is going to be sand as well. So I'm going to do a couple of dots here and there, maybe a few rocks. Maybe I'll do a little seashell. You guys can, it's totally up to you. Little starfish, a couple of dots here and there. You don't have to go super crazy with your dots. You don't want to be like, crazy, crazy. You just want to kind of put them around the edges, and your eye will kind of naturally fill in the rest. Do little rocks here. You can draw a crab. You can draw a bucket and I have a shovel or whatever you guys like. When I went to go color mine, all right, I used markers. You guys, I'm going to recommend you use whatever you have a lot of. So for example, if you're one of my kids that has a ton of color pencils and you can use a sandy color and then maybe a slightly darker brown to shade, that would be awesome. I always think these look better when you guys fill your whole piece of paper. So I had all this white in the background. I wanted it to look like a sunny blue sky day at the beach. So I made sure all this got colored in. And of course down here, there's so much open space for you guys to put a lot of details and extra things that make your artwork a little bit more unique than mine. Okay, friends, I can't wait to see how yours looks. And if you finish it and it looks really good, post it to Seesaw for me.